All right. I wanted to go ahead and cover this real quick. I thought that it was a good backdrop to share a pretty good message. I had somebody reach out to me, apparently, challenging some of the information. All right. Now, I don't know if they've been following the channel for so long or they just happen to catch a couple of different videos. But just getting into it, I had somebody that apparently called some material that I made some time ago when people were pulling up, speaking a lot about how you cannot build genuine friendships and relationships on the job. I had made a number of videos pretty much speaking against that. You know, um, I suggested that there are a lot of times when it is not appropriate. However, you should never take um, a constructive place, man, where you can build genuine friendships and relationships off the table. Okay, because the truth of the matter is, uh, that gives you the better chance of building a genuine friendship or relationship with somebody. Okay, if you think about it, you meet somebody in the club or something like that, there's a good chance those relationships don't last or they turn out to be about nothing that you regret. However, when you meet somebody in a constructive place, a job, maybe in college, not at a party, but in a class or something like that, man, your chances of building something real genuine with that person is much greater. And the reason why is because it's on the basis of, something constructive. All right. And so I was saying this, you know what I'm saying, in opposition to what other people were saying. And I emphasize on that because, sometimes, man, people will pull up, maybe a lot of times they'll listen to the content and they're so in their feelings about it. All right. Really when you listen to it, it's anti-divisive. Okay. We don't preach divisiveness. Okay. We preach real unity. That's what we be talking about over here. Okay. But apparently that person also called some clips where I was suggesting that black people, they don't really like making friends on the job. Uh, they like to come to work, do their job, and go home. Okay, so I wanted to speak about that because I'm not gonna hit this person about comprehending. I can understand why you may have seen it like that. Although sharper minds, I kind of expect you to get it. Okay. And that's another thing that I oftentimes see in this society. I can tell that a lot of these people in leadership positions, you're too emotional about stuff. Okay. But the expectation is for people at that level to get it. Okay. But apparently that's not the thing. But a person like this, I can see. All right. But to clarify, all right, um, it's not off the table, man. Okay, for black people or anybody else, man, to want to be friends and things like that with other people. Okay, I've even told y'all that it ain't off the table for black people to invite other people to the barbecue. Okay, but man, there are levels to things and it is based on different circumstances. But even if we didn't talk about the whole barbecue talk, okay, we talking about workplace friendships and relationships. Okay, pretty much what I said, man, is that you got black people, the real black professionals. It's not that they're not open to building friendships and things like that with other people. However, when they come into the setting like a workplace or something, they really want to come in there to see if they can do some amazing things with other people. That's all they want to do. They don't want to come in and take over your job or take your position or, go in the middle of the floor and with an afro and hold up a fist, say black power. They don't want to do none of that. All right, first and foremost. They want to come in and see if they can do a good job. Real black professionals. Okay, man. And then after that, what I was saying was it's really not off the table. Okay, but if a so-called black person is not really interested and they kind of just want to go home, all right. I mean, your life should be in a place to where you shouldn't really be pressed about that. Okay? Or you shouldn't be pressed, more importantly, you shouldn't be pressed about it if the way that you build a relationship that you want with that black person may be a little different than what your typical approach is. Maybe that black person don't want to eat your potluck or dabble in a lot of the gossip politics going on around or whatever. Maybe they don't celebrate holidays and all of this type of stuff. All of these things that I'm telling y'all about, people get ultra sensitive about things like that when so-called black people pull up and they just like, well, yeah, no, I'm kind of like not interested. You know what I'm saying? They never grow culturally themselves by saying, you know what, how else do we make this connection? You know what I'm saying? Other than always expecting for the black person to jump up and down because we're celebrating Black History Month or, sports and, just the basic stuff. Okay. Man, the truth of the matter is not all black people are like that. And so that's the thing, man. That's what I was saying. Absolutely not. Okay. And to be real with you, that workplace, if it's done right, man, that would probably be a place where you can probably repair some of these social relationships out here. Okay, if it was done right, okay, because it's happening at a place and a basis of constructive things. You know what I'm saying? This is why we did it. This is why we started it. And so, yeah, that's what I meant when I said that. I did not mean that, black people are off limits, you know what I'm saying, with friendships. That's absolutely not, because I've said this before. Black people are the most diplomatic people on this planet. And I'm talking about people of African descent with generational lineage out of this country. Okay, we are the only group that has no problem collectively with nobody. You know what I'm saying? We don't have it. Okay? I mean, as a matter of fact, when you want a universal example, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to really be universal because they don't really hold no ills and stuff like that towards anybody. That's a black person. Okay? You know what I'm saying? That's a black person. Okay? A lot of drama is decreased. Okay, when you got a lot more so-called real black folks in the mix. So yeah, man, hope you got it on that one. Okay, but I appreciate the challenge. It's all good. 300.